Well, hi, my name is Casey Cycler, and as Sue mentioned, I work for the Washington State Department of Ecology. Sue had invited me here today to talk about a new interactive tool we have publicly available on our website that provides information on water rights. So I was just going to run through it real quickly, show it to you, and hopefully, if we can get the computer working, do a live demonstration of it. The new database is called a Water Resources Explorer. As I said, you can access it from Ecology's website, so anybody can access this from their home computer. And it basically provides all of our state water rates information overlaid on topographic or satellite images, as well as it's been programmed so that it's overlaid so you can have a GIS visual of the water right. So the main portal for it is at that web address. Hopefully, Sue, these slides are going to be available. Okay, so hopefully these will be available for you. You can take it home and find it at that site. You'll see there's a lot of text in the body. On the right-hand side, you'll see two images, and the bottom image there is a video tutorial. So if you have additional questions after today, or if you forget what I've gone through, it'll go through it again for you. And then above it, there's an image that says, begin your search, and if you click on that, it'll take you right into the Explorer. The main page of the Explorer looks just like this. We've got a topographic image of the state of Washington. You can see in the upper, hopefully you can see in the upper right corner, I guess the laser's not working. In the upper right corner, you can toggle between a topographic map or an aerial map, depending on how you want to take a look at it. And then you can perform a search basically in two different ways. The first is you can zoom in on the map using the up and down zoom bar on the left of the map, and then above that bar you'll see little square images called the map tools, which will allow you to zoom in or move around the map and select an area to look for water rights. The other way to do a search will be using the map navigation menu that's on the left-hand column there. And you can put in all sorts of information to search for a water right. You can look by parcel number, by address, by latitude and longitude, by city, by name. You can look specifically for water rights, water right claims. There's all sorts of search tools. So performing a search, this is an image of a search I did just under the name of Linden, would bring about all the results for water rights that have the name Linden within it. And so below the map you'll see those were all the water rights that came up. And so what I did, and what you can do at home, is select one of the water rights you want to look at. That will immediately show you a mapped version of that water rights place of use, as it's outlined in red there. And then it'll also show you on the left-hand column a summary of that water right. So it'll give you the water right number, a summary of the quantity that's associated with the water right, the purpose, the source, whether it's a stream, a river, a well, and some other associated information. And then down below, there's also hyperlinks to all the documents associated with that water right record. So you can actually pull up the water right certificate and view it yourself. You can print any of those images. And you can also, using the map tool buttons, print the map itself that's shown right there. A few things to keep in mind that we've found are helpful hints to folks that are using this at home. On the map navigation menu, there's different layers you can select, so you can make the map as complicated or as simple as you like. You can add in streets and rivers, township, section, range. But a lot of these can also clog the map and make it difficult to view. One thing we always recommend is turning on the layer that illustrates the water places of use, because it'll actually map out where the water right is pertinent to or attached to, what specific parcel or parcels of land. Another thing to keep in mind is that we do not yet have all the water rights across the entire state of Washington mapped. We are, as you can see here, we're doing really well in the northwest corner. So if you're looking for water rights associated with land in Whatcom, Skagit, basically this northwest corner, San Juan and Island, we're fully mapped out, and we keep that updated as we receive new applications or new water right changes. But if you're going to different portions of the state, we may not have it complete. So if you do a search, it may not bring about a water right that does exist just because it hasn't been fully entered into the database here yet. And all this information is also available on the primary portal site that I showed you on the initial slide. So how are we doing on time? Couple minutes? Okay, so I'm going to see if the computer will allow us to actually do an interactive search here. So this is taking us right to that main page, and you can see we've got the topo map that it pulled up. We can also do the aerial map with the satellite images. And over here we have our navigation menu. If we're to scroll down, we can see that we can search also by parcel, location. But if we wanted to do a water right search, we could just look up, for example, Sumas. I'll type in Sumas, hit the search button, and then down below the map here you see that it brought up all the water rights that are associated with Sumas in the name. And there's quite a list here. You can scroll down through it. But if we want to select one, we'll click on it. And it's actually going to zoom in here now to the described place of use for that water right. You can see that's all outlined in red. And then we have here on the left-hand bar that summary that I was talking about. It gives the water right record, the quantity, what the purpose was for. This one comes from an unnamed spring. And then down below we can pull up the image of that water right certificate. So you can see the image is not the best. That's what we have for many of the older ones. It's an image downloaded directly from microfiche, but it provides the information of the water right itself, and then again, if there's things that may not be quite legible, you'll see it, the actual information in that summary from the previous page we were at. So that's a quick demonstration. And in the slides, my phone number is also there, so if you have questions or need additional assistance, you are more than welcome to give a call. Thank you. I'll let you.
Thanks, Casey. And Casey and Jim will both be sticking around just a little bit after the presentations when we end at noon. So if you've got additional questions if you've got questions that don't get answered, we hopefully will have a little bit of time before we go into the water quantity discussion to give you an opportunity to ask any of the panelists questions.